In today's video, we're going to talk about 5 myths about acrylic nails. Are they true or are they false? Right now on the Biz Talk. Tracey, I have a myth about this company, actually. And I've been suspicious for a while, but the myth is that I'm great, I'm awesome, and I think it's true. It's a great myth.
This myth has been busted.
Myth has not been busted.
Until you sign my paycheck, and then it's proved.
And then it's true.
Until the next time.
Until the next paycheck. Right?
Exactly.
Got it. Okay. This is going to be a great topic. 5 nail myths. These are sort of the common myths that are out there, and we want to basically analyze them. We're going to talk to the pro right here and see, are they true or are they false? First nail myth, and we have seen this one out there. This is probably the most common one.
Okay.
But acrylic nails damage the natural nails. Tracey, is this myth true or false?
I see actually just nails in general, like artificial nails damage.
Right.
No, this is false.
Well, some people even think like, oh, but gel are good. Don't do acrylic because they damage your nail. Like I've seen that too,
Oh yeah,
right?
gels are much healthier than acrylic.
Right.
It's prepped the exact same way. We use a non-acid primer, protein bond for both.
Right.
Everything's the same. No, this is not true. Now, however, yes, if you go get your nails done, you can get damaged. Why? Because if the nail tech damages your nails.
Right.
It's not the product. It's who's doing it, you know, whether it's yourself or a tech or whatever. If it's anything in life, right? If you apply it wrong or over aggressively prep your nails, yes, it can cause damage.
So that's what I was going to ask is like, where do you see the damage occur typically?
Prep.
So it's in prep, right?
Prep.
Like if they're over aggressively removing that shine with a file and taking the nail down.
and then removing it and reapplying them,
Right.
and then going too hardcore with the electric file. Everything's very gentle. You don't need to be aggressive. So yes, can you go get your nails and have damage? 100%. Is it the product that's doing that? No,
it's not. Exactly. Okay, so second myth, Tracey, and this is kind of along the same lines, but still a little bit different. And so I want to definitely talk about this. The acrylic nails are unhealthy for your natural nails. They're not. It's not healthy. There's a healthy alternative, which is going to be like gel.
Because it's organic.
Because it's organic, right? Which is insane.
It's insane.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to hear that a lot. And it's like, no, gel is not organic. Are you going to eat it? No. Is it chemicals? Yes.
Right.
Is it not have a smell like acrylic? Yes. That's where people come in, the health part.
Right.
Is one healthier than the other? No, unless you're allergic to one versus the other.
Correct.
Right.
I think what people don't know is that gel and acrylic are actually the same thing, just at different, like a different form. It's kind of like, ice and rain are the same thing. It's not quite the same thing. There are like differences in chemistry.
More complicated,
a little complicated, but
I say gel is acrylic in goo form. That's how I describe it.
Exactly. So, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So no, it's not like because I've had especially in distribution, I'd have text going, I'm gonna go organic, so I'm gonna do gel, and I'm like,
it's not organic.
Let me. First of all, please do not market it that way to your clients because
it's wrong.
It's wrong. So yeah, and here's the thing, it used to be kind of true as far as damage goes.
Right.
That gel, and I think I've talked about this before, is gel being healthier than acrylic. And the reason being is we used to prep them differently, right? We used to use an acid primer for acrylic.
Right.
Non-acid primer for gel. Now they're prepped exactly the same way. We use protein bond no matter what we're doing. We do not use a methacrylic acid on the nail plate as far as the way we teach.
Right.
And so prep is exactly the same way. One is not healthier than the other.
What about if, and again, this is illegal in most states, but if a salon is using MMA liquid, that could be an argument for gel is going to be healthier, or maybe it's not as healthy just because it bonds like kind of concrete, right?
I can't speak to like the breathing of it in. I really haven't looked at that part of it. But what I have seen of MMA in how it adheres to the nail plate and the damage it has done because people hit their nails, and whereas regular acrylic will give, crack, whatever, it takes their whole nail. It's gnarly. The bond is insane. It's not meant for that purpose.
Right.
It may have been kind of where, I know acrylics kind of came from dentistry, but that's for dentistry.
That's for dentistry.
What do you need? You need something that's going to last in your mouth for a long time. You don't want to do a
Correct.
fill in your mouth every 2 to 3 weeks.
Right.
It's different.
Exactly.
And the way it adheres, I've seen some
Gnarly. Yeah, too much. So maybe then, not good for the nails. You don't want something bonding that strong, where it's not.
There is such a thing as too much.
Too much, exactly. Next myth, Tracey, is acrylic needs to be applied thick or thicker than, let's say, gel. People have this idea that when you do acrylic, it needs to be thick. There's a lot of acrylic nails, now that I'm thinking about it, where they look thick, but can you have acrylic where it's like nice, thin, beautiful? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what's the deal there?
I'm hoping this myth is kind of going away. It seems to be a little bit, but especially when acrylic and gel first came out, it kind of was true because gel just wasn't up to par, or acrylic wasn't up to par either. But it's come such a long way. When you do acrylic versus gel, you shouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Right.
When you look at those nails, as far as thickness or all that, both products have come so far.
Finished. You're talking about the finished look.
The finished look.
Right.
It does not need. Yes, both of them. However, acrylic and gel. Some people will be like, "Oh, I just want a nice thin coat," and they have long nails like this. I want a nice thin coat. Either one of them don't work that way.
Right.
You need some structure. The longer the nail, you need more structure. But it doesn't need to look thick. And no, acrylic doesn't need to be a beautiful 2x4 to last.
Right.
Versus gel being nice and thin. So
exactly. As long as structurally you're building the nail correctly, then it can have the proper thickness, but not look like it's thick.
A brick.
Like a brick.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And again, whether I do acrylic or gel, when you look at it from the front, the side, whatever, it's all going to look the same.
Yeah, exactly. This next myth is, I hear this all the time. Tracey, we hear this constantly. Got to clear the air on this. Acrylic, you've got to remove it after 3 months, remove it completely and put a fresh new set because the product ages and or your nails need to breathe. So I love this one. What is the deal here?
No, they don't breathe. And what's funny is people will, it's acrylic that people say this with, that you need to remove acrylic. What's interesting, hard gel is not porous.
Exactly.
Acrylic is actually porous.
Exactly.
So it's funny that, you have the two opposite sides, but I've seen people say the same with hard gel, but mostly you hear this with acrylic. No. Your nails do not breathe. First of all, if we were going to let our nails breathe, and I know some people, I will get to what some people are thinking in the comments, getting ready to type out. I'll get to that. What I always thought was funny is your nails need to breathe, Habib. So I'm going to remove this set for 2 minutes, and then I'm going to suffocate it again with a new set.
Right.
No.
Right.
Now, there's a couple of reasons why we used to do that. First, that's what we were taught. That's what I was taught in school.
Right.
Insane.
But
Second,
go ahead.
it peaches.
Yes.
So
bad product.
Bad product, right? Color consistency is so important. And I used to use a product that wasn't color consistent. So what would happen is you come in after 2-3 months. Let's say I did a repair on one of your nails. That one's beautifully pink, and the other one I'm like, why does
orangey.
that look? I call it dead nail. It's
Right,
a dead
right.
nail color. It's yellow, orangey, peachy, not pink anymore. So what do we do? Oh, Habib, your nails need to breathe.
Yes.
And I need to remove and reapply to pinken everything. Or we removed a ton of product, almost all of it, and then pinken it back up.
Right.
If you use a color consistent product, that's not a problem. You just keep filling. Like the maintenance is the easy part, right?
Right. Right.
So now I know what y'all typing right now. You can backspace it. Okay. I know that necessarily you don't mean breathe as the nails are breathing, and you're like, it needs to be refreshed. It's not, it needs a break. Nails need a break. No, they don't if they're being done properly. Nails do not need a break. Your nails grow constantly.
Right.
Your nail from a year from now is not going to be the same nail that's on your nail bed right now. So
it's all fresh nail that keeps growing.
It keeps growing
constantly. So
Habib.
you're getting every month, or like my nails, Tracey, for example, grow so fast. So like after a month, that's all like fresh. So it's like constantly fresh nail growing.
Constantly. That's what we're feeling is the fresh nail.
The fresh nail. It's
how
not,
many times do you fill?
Right.
Think about it. Right. So no, they don't need a break if being done properly. And that kind of goes back to the beginning of damage.
Right, exactly.
I will say too, Habib, with the whole like refresh every 3 months, another reason why techs do like that sometimes is and I think we're getting better about this. I think we're way better about this in our industry, is they underprice their fills. So they will, that 3 month refresh of a full set is a money injection.
Right.
Price your stuff right. Guys,
Correct.
I know you can do it. Like if you price it right, and I think that's more common. When I was first out, it was like your full set's this, your fill is half the price.
Right.
Like of course I wanted to do a full set every once in a while. It was like I
needed
to refresh. It was yellowing, and at least I'm going to get that injection of a full set price. And so pricing has to do.
And something that I was thinking about too is, I've mentioned this before. When we were doing videos early on, and from 2017 to like 2019, for like 2 years, actually 17, 18, and 19, so like 3 years, we were doing 2 videos a week, tons of instructionals, YouTube vlogs. Tracey was getting her nails done by Greg multiple times a week.
Sometimes 5.
Sometimes 5. Mm-hmm. Remove, reapply, remove, reapply. Her natural nail was never in jeopardy. If you look at her natural nails now, even you've been getting nails for your freaking, I don't know, like 30 years, longer maybe.
As long as I've been born.
Yes, exactly.
30?
Yeah, 30, as long as you've been born.
30,
Correct.
30.
Oh yeah, totally. Your nails are in perfect condition.
Yeah. And
so
I don't soak.
You don't soak. It's all
electric filing.
Exactly.
Oh, I have one more myth. Acrylic should be cheaper than gel.
Oh, that's a good one. Mm-hmm. Right. Gel is a spa type service, and it should be higher priced. Yeah. And what is the answer?
I do not buy into that. And this is why. I don't like to think about that many pricing. Only so many things I can hold in my brain. Second, I do not want price to dictate what a person gets.
Correct.
It takes the same amount of time. It looks the same, but a person picking acrylic who really is a gel wearer, bartender, works with chemicals and water all the time, hairdresser, who I'm like, no, I need to put gel on you. But they're like, no, I want acrylic. It's cheaper.
Yes.
It's like, no. It's all the same.
Right.
It's all the same.
And that is so important, because ultimately the client, if they're like, well, no, I'm coming, I want this service. This is what I want. It may not be right for them. And if you let price dictate that, they're going to pick it.
And we all do that because sometimes we have a budget and we're like, I want to save some money. Of course I want to save money.
Of course. But it's like, even for your business, it's taking you the same amount of time. It's a service, let's say on the hour. You should not be pricing that differently. You can't do that.
I don't see it. I know some people do it, and they're like, oh, I really want to do gel, but people don't pick it.
Right. Well, that's because
it's more.
It's more. Exactly.
Of course, you're giving them a choice. And if it looks all the same at the end, of course I'm going to go cheaper.
Yes, 100%. Guys, let us know your thoughts on these myths, and I know you will anyway, in the comments below. We're super curious. Any ideas for future episodes, also let us know in the comments below. Tracey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time on the Biz Talk.
Subscribe channel now. Subscribe channel now.